Yeah, I thought it was a gutsy win. Just kind of like our games, our prior two matchups. Slower pace game, less possessions in the game. I think the differences were our ability to generate points off their turnovers, and also usually when we win the paint and do a good job in the paint, then we get a pretty good result. But I'm pleased with contributions from a lot of guys and the bounce back from a tough week in LA. And it's
Go ahead.
and it's again, this is these tournaments, you survive in advance, no matter how you get it done, and just move on to the next round.
Okay, we'll open up any questions. Starting with Chris in the front.
Chris Carmen, Center Source. Bobby, you had that extended run in the second half. What were some of the key things that you took from that stretch?
I thought that we were able to get our stops and speed the game up a little bit. And when it was a constant, grinded out half-court game, we weren't as solid. I thought our movement without the ball was good. DJ Horn had two back cuts for layups in that sequence, and the game was just in this really narrow range for so long. It was key for us to build it to 12 points. And to their credit, they didn't give up. They kept fighting, and I think that tells you what Wayne has done with this young group. And when you have young players like that have a good future, you want to come in here and try and get them to know what it feels like to win. And they came in and played a winning game, and we were able to make more plays down the stretch.
Coach, without Austin Nunez,
Sammy New, WCSN. Without Austin Nunez, you guys had to bump the minutes up the last few weeks. Without playing 4 games in 4 days, how have you guys changed your minutes with how to keep the gauntlet in mind?
Well, it's that's where Jemiah Neal has stepped up, and his role has expanded, and he's done a very good job. He had big 3 in the second half. He got a loose ball that I think was very important. It was a broken play at the very end where he was able to go grab it with 2 hands and get fouled, and then make his free throws, and played very good defense for us throughout the night. So his role, and then I thought Luther did some nice things on our perimeter. So that's what we need when you have a guy out and unavailable. It's kind of like next man up.
James in the back.
James Kirby from the Oregonian. Bobby, how did you guys get Jordan to settle for threes that much? Because no one this season realizes he's a freshman, but the distribution of threes to twos was, he's never had anything like that. So how did you force him to settle for that many threes and just be that inefficient as a shooter?
Well, we knew, what kind of season he's had and how good he's been, and he was a guy that was a marked man coming in for us, understanding we had to make things as difficult as possible. And our guards did a pretty good job of trying to get back in front of the ball and ball screen stuff. And if we did switch, we switched up, and we tried to keep him in front of us. We knew that was going to be a priority.
Michelle here in front.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. DJ, can you kind of talk about some of the baskets you had?
Michelle, DJ's not here, sorry. That's Jemiah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you, Jemiah, talk about your free throws and what it was like going to the line there in that situation when you guys really did need free throws?
It was really no pressure for me. That's just my job, be there for my teammates, coming off the bench, just trying to be a spark wherever I can. And in this instance, the team needed me to step up and make the free throws, so that's what I did.
Hey, that dunk wasn't too bad either.
You're in the second row.
Scott St. Doubles Digest. For all 3 of you guys, in a conference tournament like this where you could possibly be playing so many days back to back to back, and play a full 40-minute battle tonight, how do you guys get ready for tomorrow night against the team you haven't been able to beat yet this season?
Well, it's a big test, obviously, and I don't know how much this game takes out of you physically. We're going to get off our feet. We're going to get back to the hotel. We're going to rest. It's going to be a mental day tomorrow. We'll walk through some things. It's another day just to physically, get your body back as much as you can, and prepare for the next game. But it's going to be a physical game. If it's anything like our last game on Saturday with USC, it's going to be a war. Both teams, need the game, and certainly we got one tonight, and we're excited for the opportunity tomorrow.
Like Coach said, it's a quick turnaround. It's March, so if you're complaining about soreness and all that stuff, you really can't, because everybody's sore. It's about your mentality, and it's a quick turnaround. So we're gonna get off our feet and then prepare and come out ready tomorrow.
I wanted to ask the players about playing USC again when you really just played them. What did you learn from the last game, and what do you think you can do better to kind of have a better outcome this time?
I feel like, personally for me, I needed to do a better job of making bunnies and just easy shots. That's something I can't control, but I do feel like there's some things I could adjust just within my game that can help me make those type of shots. So I feel like personally I just need to do a better job of making those easy bunnies. Also, I can do a better job of getting more blocks probably, but yeah, that's about it.
I think we just this game needed to just put the ball in the basket. I feel like last game we were in the game, we lost by one possession, and we shot like 29% from the field. So I feel like if we just would have made a couple more shots, if we just do what we did defensively last game and ball in the basket.
Hey, Jemiah, your one game lob ban is over too, by the way.
Comes back.
Lena Washington, 12 Sports, for Jemiah and Warren. Just how did it feel to be out there in this atmosphere, to have the tournament now going into day 2? How does it feel to be out there?
Well, it feels good to make it a day 2, so I can tell you that. But yeah, just going out there and competing with my brothers. We all like we're so close as a group. So just going out there to win with them, that's just been everything. So just to keep doing that, that's what we're just gonna try to do.
Yeah, this is we worked all year for this month, like literally. So I feel like it's just all coming together. I'm excited. I know the guys are excited. Yeah, that's about it though.
Bobby, we saw that Des came in wearing a walking boot. Is kind of what's his status or his health? Or...
It's stuff like that we don't make excuses about. Like Warren touched on it. Like, everybody has stuff going on. Like, they're dealing with it as best they can. That's the best way that he can limit making something he has a little bit worse right now. But he's gotten it out. There's a lot of guys like that. And he's one of them. He'll be fine. He's going to play tomorrow. I have no doubt about it.
Second round.
Egan Adler, Arizona PBS. Tomorrow night's shaping up to be a potential you win and go dancing type of game. What's the message to the locker room for you, coach, and then as players, what's the message to one another?
Yeah, we talked about coming here to try and win a championship, and everyone's saying that and stuff, but that's been our goal. We've won one already, a holiday tournament earlier this year in New York, and we got a taste of what that feels like, so that's our mission really, and we got to deal with a team that is very good, that has 2 of the best players in the conference on their team, and other guys that really defend hard and crash the backboard, and they have good size. So, it's a legit test like what you're going to face if you want to play in the NCAA tournament. So, we're going to do the best we can tomorrow night. Thank you guys.
Any other questions?
Appreciate it.